this. I like this.
How are you, Chris?
How are you?
ده الساعة
Everything good.
ده الساعة عندك هلا.
أنا هون واحدة ونص.
يا مسمع يس. وحدة.
1:30. اليوم عندنا سهرة كتير.
شو عندك اليوم؟ What do you have today?
عندنا بعد إيه.
هلا هاي كاز. هاي كاز ليه ما عم تعمل هوم وورك؟ هاي كاز. Okay, let's start. Any questions before starting? Hello, any questions?
No.
هاي كاز ليه ما عملت له ما عم تعمل هوم وورك؟
استاذ عماد نسيت ابعت
بتبعت؟
بس جي اسمع عملت له.
طيب بعته بعد ما تخلص بدي I want to check.
يوم او
بعد ما اخلص. Consider the function.
عنا بعدين.
طيب consider the function f defined over minus infinity plus infinity by fx equals 2x plus 2 minus 2e to the x. And C is its representative curve in an orthonormal system, and the line delta of equation y equal to x plus 2. First part, we need to calculate limit as x tends to minus infinity of fx. How much is the limit as x tends to minus infinity if we replace x by minus infinity here in this equation? How much the limit as x tends to infinity? Minus infinity. شو بتصير؟
minus infinity.
ليش صار minus infinity? So as x tends to minus infinity of fx equal, we replace x by minus infinity minus 2e to the minus infinity. E to the minus infinity is 0. So remains minus infinity plus 2 minus 0, it is equal minus infinity. So we have two important limits. E to the minus infinity is 0 and e to the power plus infinity is plus infinity. Part B, show that C is below delta. how to prove that C is below delta for all x, in which case the curve is below the line.
when fx minus c is negative.
Fx minus y delta is negative. Fx minus y delta, this is Fx, minus y delta بتصير minus 2x minus 2. 2x minus 2x, 0. 2 minus 2 is 0, remains minus 2e to the minus x. E to any power is always positive. E to any power is positive. Multiplied by negative 2, it will be negative for every x in R. Since fx minus y delta is negative, so C is below delta.
كيف حطيت minus x؟
هيدا corrected. هيدا بده يكون ex. Please correct it. هيدا e to the x. هيدا not minus x. e to the x should be. Part C, show that delta is an asymptote to C. Show that delta is an asymptote to C. What is the nature of this asymptote? Y equal to x plus 2.
oblique.
Oblique. How to prove oblique asymptote?
عمول limit as x tends to plus or minus infinity.
No, we don't take بالexponential, we don't take two cases plus or minus at the same time. كل واحد لو الانفينيتي لحاله.
You take minus.
ليميت على الماينس انفينيتي ولا على البلس انفينيتي؟
minus infinity.
كيف عرفت على الماينس انفينيتي؟
لأنه below.
مش لانه below.
ده زيرو
لانه
بيطلع
below.
كمان.
فينا نعرف
below.
فينا نعرف من شغلتين. بالبارت A you are asked about the limit at minus infinity. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes لانه من البارت A. او اذا جبنا fx minus y delta. fx minus y delta شو بيضل في عنا؟ If you subtract them. If you subtract fx minus y delta بيضل minus
بدال minus
بيضل minus
minus 2
minus 2e to the x. Which limit, which infinity make it this one 0 minus 2e to the x? Minus infinity or plus infinity?
minus infinity.
Minus infinity. So بالexponential plus infinity alone or minus infinity alone. We don't take plus infinity and minus infinity at the same time.
بس هون ناخد بس minus infinity لأنه هيك.
So limit as x tends to minus infinity the fx minus y delta equal limit as x tends to minus infinity of minus 2e to the x. It will be minus 2e to the minus infinity. Minus 2e to the minus infinity, which is 0. e to the minus infinity is 0. لأنه إذا حطينا plus infinity ما راح يطلع 0 بس على minus infinity will be 0. Therefore, line delta y equal to x plus 2 is an oblique asymptote to C at minus infinity only. Only على minus infinity C and delta أو delta is an asymptote to C at minus infinity. على plus infinity no. Calculate the limit لل fx as x tends to plus infinity وcalculate f of 1 و f of 1.5. Why you are given to calculate f of 1 and f of 1.5? Why you are asked to calculate? Yes, I didn't hear you. Please, can you repeat?
نرسم الكيرف.
Yes, it will help us about the position of the curve at infinity. Our particular points, f of 1 and f of 1.5. These are two particular points that help in drawing the curve later. Limit as x tends to plus infinity of fx equal limit as x tends to plus infinity. This is fx. 2x plus 2 minus 2e to the x. We replace each x by infinity. Infinity plus 2 minus infinity. Infinity minus infinity is indeterminate form. Infinity minus infinity is indeterminate. So we take the highest power. The highest power between x and ex is ex. So it will be limit as x tends to plus infinity of minus 2e to the x equals minus infinity. F of 1, by using the calculator, we get minus 1.43. And f of 1.5, you get minus 3.96. Part 3. Calculate f prime x and set up the table of variations. fx equal 2x plus 2 minus 2e to the x. It is of the form of a sum. So f prime x, derivative of 2x is 2. Derivative of 2, 0. Derivative of e to the x is e to the x multiplied by minus 2. بتصير minus 2e to the x. Now, since we don't know the sign of f prime x, we have to study the sign by solving f prime x equal to 0. So f prime x equal to 0, it means that 2 minus 2e to the x equal to 0. X to one side, numbers to the other side, ex equal 1. How to remove e from the left side? What we add on the right side?
Len.
So x equal len 1. How much is len 1?
0.
So x equal len 1, x equal to 0. Did you write I cast this?
Yes.
Okay. Now table of variations. How to construct the table of variations? Table of variations, we put x domain is minus infinity plus infinity.
كيف حدد لان both sides؟
ما هو ln e to the x بتصير x يعني x equals ln 1 0. ما هو كيف صار هيدا انه e to the x equal 1 as if I make ln the two sides. يعني كيف اجى ln على الجهة الثانية؟ كيف صار ln 1 on the next on the right side؟ You can say that you can say that. Yes, I can.
عفوا استاذ هون ما نعرف الساين، لا مشان هيك عملنا equals to 0.
Yes, whenever you don't know the sign, you have to make it equal to 0. You can solve it equal, greater, or less, doesn't matter.
Okay.
But it is easier to solve it equal to 0. Now, hide the table of variation. To know the sign in the interval 0 plus infinity, to know the sign of the derivative between 0 and plus infinity, I take a number between 0 and plus infinity like 1. And we calculate f prime of 1. F prime of 1 إذا حطينا محل x 1 in the derivative not in the function, because I need to know the sign of f prime. F prime of 1, it will be 2 minus 2e. It will be negative. So f prime of 1 is negative. So here negative, here is positive. Positive means increasing, negative means decreasing. At minus infinity, we get minus infinity. Remember here we have oblique asymptote al minus infinity here. Al plus infinity, we get minus infinity. And f of 0 is equal to 0. Part 4, we are going to draw the line delta and the curve. Part 4, draw delta and the curve. To draw delta, we need delta is y equal to x plus 2. We take two particular points. Is at x0, y2, we get the point 0, 2. Is at x minus 1, y0, the point minus 1, 0. And I draw the oblique asymptote. Then I locate the maximum. The maximum is 0, 0. The maximum point is 0, 0. And we have the particular points f of 1 equal minus 1.43 is at x1, y equal minus 1.43, this particular point. And f of 1.5 is minus 3.96, even minus 4. And 1.5 we get minus 4. This is the other particular point. The curve is increasing according to the table of variation. من minus infinity, it is below the oblique asymptote. شفنا البوزيشن C is below the oblique asymptote. It increases to the maximum, then it decreases to minus infinity. It will pass by these two particular points.
أستاذ
Yes.
هلا نحن هذا هون أساس إن نقدر من نحطه على الكالكوليتر وبيطلع الأفيم بيطلع.
هلا عندنا particular points، يعني عندي الماكسيموم 0 0، عندي على ال1 وعندي على 1.5. يعني على positive values we have. You can take إذا بدك, you can put this function on the calculator. You start from minus 4 and end at 3, for example. Always it is better to take particular points using the calculator. But here we have enough. We have enough particular points here. Okay, we'll go to the second exercise. As I told you, 5 about inverse function is not required for this year. Now, 2018. Are the sessions difficult?
No.
Okay. 2018, the first chance. Consider the function f defined on R, هيدا R هون, by fx equals 1 minus 2e to the minus x. With C is the representative curve in an orthonormal system. Part 1, limit as x tends to minus infinity of fx.
A rectangle can choose this, defined on
R, minus infinity plus infinity يعني. And how much is the limit at minus infinity of this function?
minus infinity.
Minus infinity. ليه minus infinity? Limit as x tends to minus infinity of fx equal 1 minus, we replace x by minus infinity, بتصير plus infinity. Now e to the plus infinity is plus infinity multiplied by minus, it will be minus infinity. And we are asked to calculate f of minus 1. It is a particular point also. F of minus 1 equals 1 minus 2e to the power 1 equal minus 4.43. To part A. Calculate the limit as x tends to plus infinity of fx. Deduce the equation of the asymptote d to c. How much is the limit as x tends to plus infinity of this function here?
1.
1. ليش صار 1؟ لأنه okay, what is that?
لأنه
Yes. ليش هيك؟
لأن minus infinity plus infinity بيصير minus infinity e to the power minus infinity is 0.
What is the asymptote here?
Horizontal.
Horizontal. So limit as x tends to plus infinity of fx equals 1 minus 2e to the power minus infinity. E to the power minus infinity is 0. We will get 1 minus 0, which is equal 1. So here, because x tends to infinity, y tends to 1. Therefore, the line D of equation y equal 1 will be horizontal asymptote to C. The line D of equation y equal 1 is a horizontal asymptote to C. Show that C is below D for all x in R. How to verify that C is below D?
fx minus yd.
fx minus yd.
What will be its sign, fx minus yd?
Negative.
So
Negative.
fx minus yd, this is fx minus 1. We get minus 2e to the minus x. E to the minus x is a positive number. Multiplied by minus 2 will be negative. Then C is below D for every real number. The curve C intersects the x-axis. C intersects the x-axis at A and the y-axis at B. How to determine the coordinates of A and B?
طبعا A 0 and
intersection مع الاكس اكسس مين بيكون 0؟
Y.
y.
So C intersection x axis يعني y equal to 0. See intersection x-axis y equal to 0. It means that 1 minus 2e to the minus x equal to 0. X is to one side. 2e to the minus x equal 1. E to the minus x equal half. To remove e, I add len. So x equal minus len half. Minus x equal len half. Len 1 minus len 2. Len half is len a over b. It will be len 1 minus len 2. Len 1 is 0. It will be minus len 2 minus x. So x equal len 2 and a is len 2, 0. Any questions?
استاذ
Yes.
هيدا اللان ما عم بفهم.
If you have the equation e to the x equals a, where a is positive, to find x, I put x equals len a. I have in this exercise e to the minus x equal half. How to find the value of x? I put len on the two sides. Yani I can say minus x equals len half. Yani minus x equals len 1 minus len 2.
Yes.
يعني x equal len 2.
استاذ انت هون حاطط لان مع الاكس.
ما عم فسر لك
يعني
لا
هون صاير minus x لان اي.
فسر لك هي e to the x equal a. بدي افسر لك ليش راح الاي انا، يعني ليش راح الاي من هون، يعني هي يعني انا عم بعمل ستيب. اول شيء عم بقول ln e to the x، عملت ln the two sides، هيدا بتصير ln a. اوكي، هيدا شو بتصير؟ هيدا انا عم بعمل لك two steps. هيدا بصير x ln e equal ln a، يعني x equals ln a. يعني انا عم بعمل هدول، يعني عم بعمل e to the x equal a. I am skipping to this one without، يعني فيك بدون ما تعمل هدول الاثنين.
اوكي.
اوكي.
Yes.
Okay. Now see intersection the y-axis. See intersection the y-axis. X equal to 0. Then y equal 1 minus 2e to the 0. E to the 0 is 1. We get minus 1. So B is 0 minus 1. Part 4, 4a. Calculate f prime x and set up the table of variations. F prime x and set up the table of variations of f. Fx is equal 1 minus 2e to the power minus x. Derivative لل1 is 0. Derivative للexponential, derivative للe to the minus x. أو شو بعمل derivative للminus x which is minus 1 times الاكسبوننشال itself يعني بتصير minus 1 times minus بتصير 2e to the minus x, which is positive for every x belongs to R. How we don't solve it equal to 0 because we know its sign, which is positive. Now table of variations, x, f prime x, fx, minus infinity plus infinity the domain. It is always positive, increasing. At minus infinity, we get minus infinity. At plus infinity, we get 1. Part B, drawing the curve. Drawing the curve consists of drawing the horizontal asymptote y equal 1. This is the line y equal 1, the horizontal asymptote. Here we have 3 particular points. F of minus 1 is minus 4.43. يعني f of minus 1 تطلع minus 4.5 تقريبا. Al minus 1 minus 4.5. I have the intersection with the x-axis 0 minus 1. هذا البوينت 0 minus 1. I have the intersection with the x-axis a len 2 0. Len 2 is 0.7. 0.7 0. Not necessary to take particular points on the calculator because I have 1, 2, 3 particular points. The curve is increasing من minus infinity. It passes by these 3 particular points, then it goes near the horizontal asymptote. And the position, شفنا الposition, C is below the horizontal asymptote y equal 1. You can take particular points by using your calculator. Please, any questions?
No.
No.
Okay. For next time, please, for the Monday, solve 2017, second chance. All of it. Okay. You can solve all of this exercise. 2000.
هيدا مش عاملين.
No, ما انت عاملين. Okay, solve
ما بعرف أستاذ.
Look, ما نحن هاي أول يوم. It is the first period we are solving. We solved only 2 problems today, 2019 and 2018. For Monday, solve 2017.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, يلا. Have a nice weekend.
يلا باي.
Sisters.
Bye.
Bye.